Just take a look behind me here with Future Track. This is what it could look like at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be tracking alert day conditions for Wednesday evening and Thursday.
Plus, after a string of recent shootings, we catch up with Madison's police chief to see what local law enforcement is doing to stop the gun violence. And later, our investigation into an apartment security measures continues. This after a dozen people are injured during a party there. You're watching News 3 now at 6. Well, good evening. Thanks for staying with us. We start tonight with potentially strong storms moving towards southern Wisconsin later in the night. Tomorrow, we could see high winds and possibly some hail as well. For more, let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Hey, Eric. Yeah, strong to severe thunderstorms are a possibility later Wednesday going on into your Thursday. We're going to be tracking that coming up in Maine weather. What that cluster or complex of storms may look like. It's called a mesoconvective system. We'll explain what an MCS is in a little bit. But right now, we're also keeping an eye on radar 3000. There's an outside chance of a storm this evening. Nothing right now across Dane County. Future Track keeping the shower and thunderstorm activity to minimum. And I mentioned last night as this front comes through that it very likely these storms would be in the fizzling mode. And I think tonight is generally going to be on the dry side. Taking a quick peek at our Platteville Queen Bee radio skycam, just looking to see if any of those clouds are building up and trying to build into a thunderstorm. And they seem to be pretty capped off at this point in time. So pretty nice evening right now. The first warn weather team is forecasting that outside chance of a storm as temperatures fall to the upper 60s when you join us again just before the 10 p.m. newscast. Plenty more rain chances and storm chances in the forecast. We'll break down alert day conditions Wednesday and Thursday and then talk about a stormy pattern that starts right around Father's Day in a few minutes.
Alex, thanks. And stay up to date with the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. Hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Now to an update on Madison's multiple shootings over the weekend. Police in Eau Claire say they've spotted a person of interest in one of those incidents. 37-year-old Jerome Jacobs allegedly crashed his vehicle and ran away when Eau Claire police tried to pull him over. Police are looking to talk to Jacobs in connection to a shooting on Andrew Way at Trafalgar Place that injured two. One was left in critical condition. Jacobs currently has a felony warrant. Now, one question that's fair to ask after the 3 weekend shootings in Madison is, what is the Madison PD doing to prevent gun violence in the city? Our Jalen Banks spoke with Police Chief Sean Barnes to get those answers. Jalen?
Eric, over the past decade, MPD has recovered nearly 800 guns in an effort to keep Madison safe. And the recent shootings show this work is not yet done.
A relatively peaceful first half of the year was interrupted in Madison following 3 recent shootings.
Up until last week, or last weekend, if you will, we only had 1 homicide in the city of 270,000 people. We had 5 weeks in this entire year where we had no incidences of shots fired.
And a recent study done by Public Health in Madison and Dane County shows that between 2018 and 2022, guns were present in over 1,000 violent incidents in Dane County. The survey also found that half of adults reported being impacted by gun violence either directly or indirectly. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says MPD has tactics in place to lower those numbers.
And that's a combination of things. Number one, each district captain has a plan, an identified area where they go out and they do community outreach. They do increased patrols. We established a couple of years ago when I first got here a gang neighborhood crime abatement team.
And this past weekend, the shooting at the Lux apartment building may have involved teens, something that is of high concern for the chief.
What we're seeing now, and what I'm worried about the most, is that now we're seeing some juvenile crime where we haven't traditionally seen that this year.
And he says community involvement and outreach is just one way to deter this problem from growing.
They've been doing work in some of our schools. They've been doing programming. They've been in Tree Lane, other areas in the city, and they've been welcome because they're trying to meet the kids where they are. It's not a perfect science, and certainly we can use more people, but I like our plan. I like what we're doing.
Now, the chief also emphasized locking guns away in safe and other compartments. That way, it'll limit those ending up in the wrong hands.
Jalen, thank you. And the mass shooting that injured 12 at a downtown Madison apartment complex early Sunday is sparking concerns about the security there. Our Maddie Heimsch has more on the investigation into the building's management team and its safety measures here. Maddie?
Yeah, Eric, we know that rooftop party Saturday night into very early Sunday morning that led to gunfire was, quote, unauthorized by the Lux apartment complex and allegedly wasn't even hosted by residents of the building. But for those who have lived at the Lux, this news is unsurprising. Online reviews show complaints about building security go back more than 5 years. I spoke with Madison's principal city planner to learn more about what the city can do when complexes cause public safety issues.
There is a review, an ongoing review, and it's referred to as continuing jurisdiction. So that would ensure that a development needs to operate as approved by the city's plan commission. The applicant made certain commitments that the applicant is operating the business in line with those commitments that are made.
Those commitments made back when the complex was proposed in 2014 include a rooftop management plan and on-site management and security. The proposal even goes on to cite that security as a reason for, quote, very little need for police calls. We've reached out to the Yugo management team several times by email and phone to ask about their security systems. We have not heard back.
Maddie, thank you. A Sun Prairie man is in jail tonight after drugs were allegedly found in his vehicle. It happened when a deputy in Columbus spotted a vehicle with several equipment violations. The driver initially did not pull over, but later pulled into a parking lot. The 25-year-old told the deputy he drove to the parking lot because he did not want his vehicle to be towed. After investigating, the deputy arrested the man for OWI. A search of the vehicle uncovered cocaine and other drug paraphernalia. The driver was taken to the Columbia County Jail, where he faces several charges. To more local news now, the Monona Sustainability Committee will hold its 4th annual electronics recycling event at the end of the month. That event will be held at the school district office parking lot on Monona Drive, June 29th, from 8 until noon. There you can drop off all your old and unwanted electronics and appliances. Several items can be recycled for free. You'll be charged for certain ones, including TVs, microwaves, stoves, washers, dryers, and dishwashers, to name a few. Batteries and light bulbs will not be taken and should be removed before recycling. With summer in full swing and schools wrapping up the year, many kids are getting a taste of the great outdoors thanks to Cub Scouts. And today at Token Creek County Park, 150 scouts ranging from kindergarten to 5th grade took part in several activities, including archery, as you can see, along with rock climbing. Camp director Jim Kleckner says it's great to see the kids use their energy in ways that helps grow them.
One of the cool things about this camp is a lot of the older scouts, ranging from 6th grade up through high school, are the ones leading some of the stations. So they got to enjoy it as Cub Scouts, and now they're back paying it forward so that the Cub Scouts today can experience the same things that they did.
The Scouts' theme this year is all about ancient Greek history and mythology and how that ties into adventure. Round 2 of voting for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison is now underway, and unlike the first round, you'll only be able to vote once per category, so carefully consider those choices before making your pick. You can pick from a wide variety of categories under food and drink, arts and entertainment, health, lifestyle, and more. Voting runs through June 30th. Just head to channel3000.com and search for Madison Magazine. And coming up on News 3 Now at 6, why Chrysler is recalling thousands of SUVs and trucks. Plus, binge watching is getting more expensive. A look at the price hikes consumers may have missed after a short break.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Station of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
We're often asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices?
The answer is yes. The call, the consultation, free. You pay nothing until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your next project. Now at Menards. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices, Works provides power and ease to get the job done right. Upgrade your power tool collection with his 20-volt drill and impact driver combo kit. Just $79.99 after rebate. Complete projects quickly with the Works Nitro 20-volt 18-gauge brad nailer. Pick it up for only $79.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Are you happy with your lawn? At Natural Lawn of America, we believe a healthy, safer lawn is closer than you think. Our trained technicians will help your lawn build natural defense against weeds and pests. In addition to fertilizing and weed control, we offer core aeration and overseeding, with our proprietary blend strengthening your lawn, bringing air to the root soil and naturally crowding out weeds. Natural Lawn of America, your direct route to a healthier lawn, safer lawn care naturally. Call today for a free quote.
Sunday after the Tonys, a difficult path to parenthood becomes a story of hope.
I could see myself reading a story just like this to my child.
How a local man's late night vision inspired his next chapter to do something good. Sunday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. More than 200,000 Chrysler vehicles are being recalled because of a possible software malfunction. The recall includes certain model year 2022 Dodge Durango SUVs and Dodge Ram 2500 and 3500 trucks. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says a malfunction with the vehicle's anti-lock braking system module that controls the system could increase the risk of a crash. Dealers will update the software free of charge. Recall letters will be sent to owners sometime next month. As streaming services like Netflix and Hulu raise their profiles with new shows, you may have noticed the cost of those subscriptions are going up as well. Among streamers increasing prices this summer, NBC Universal's Peacock with higher prices for monthly and annual plans. That'll start next month. Max, the streamer of Warner Brothers Discovery, will raise prices on its ad-free services by $10 to $20 annually starting in July. And the price hikes come as streaming media companies face their own increases in the cost of doing business as they expand content offerings to keep up with one another.
Have all these services all creating their own original programming, which is expensive to create. And in turn, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for those services.
He also says streamers will likely experiment with different offers like lower price tiers with ads to keep inflation-wary subscribers tuned in. An advisory committee to the Food and Drug Administration is endorsing Eli Lilly's Alzheimer's drug donanemab, saying the drug is safe and effective. The drug is designed to slow the progression of early stages of Alzheimer's. If approved by the FDA, donanemab would be the second drug on the market to slow the progression of the disease. According to the Alzheimer's Association, 1 in 3 older Americans dies with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. Dementia kills more people than prostate and breast cancer combined. There is no cure, and there is still no drug to prevent the development of Alzheimer's. Still ahead, Dane County is starting a historical marker program. We'll tell you where you can go to submit a nomination. Plus, it's moving season in Madison, how the city is handling the furniture left on the streets, and meet a man who's turning them into works of art. Strong storms return to southern Wisconsin tomorrow. Alex with his complete forecast when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Best News Operation of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
It's coming. Predicted to be one of the hottest summers ever. And you can't enjoy anything when your house is too hot, especially when you get that big utility bill. So what do? You stop the hot air from coming in and your cool air from leaking out. With USA Premium Foam in your walls, your old hot and humid house really can be made comfortable. Call now, and when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free. Stop sweating and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away. Direct from Broadway. Playing June 11th through 16th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
Upgrade your garage, patio, or basement this spring with our beautiful cutting-edge concrete coatings. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy and guaranteed to increase your home's value. For a limited time, save up to $500 off your project. Plus, call during this program to see if you qualify for payments starting at just $30 a month.
Welcome to the Health Spa. We always knew that we wanted to grow, and we couldn't find the right location. When this spot appeared, like, gosh, if we can get this location secured.
We both approached Olivia at Tobacco Credit Union, and she walked us through the paperwork
paperwork and the process in order to get this project started.
The best thing about working with DePaco was they also showed us other available opportunities that could help us actually reduce our loan rate. So they are partners with us, and with the help of them, we've been able to create this beautiful space.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our borders are laid in one piece using a high-performance concrete mix, and we add fibers and steel cable to maximize strength and durability. Our cutting-edge materials and process ensure that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect, and will look beautiful for years to come. And all of our borders are covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Boost your curb appeal with easy-to-mow-around, long-lasting, beautiful landscape borders. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Dane County is starting its first ever historical marker program, and the county wants to hear from underrepresented communities. Its Department of Planning and Development now has a website open with a nomination process and a survey. There, people can share places that are important to their community.
It could be something that happened 100 years ago, could be something that happened 2 weeks ago. It could be a place where people gather to do crafts or cooking or music. It could be a place where someone of some import to a community lived. So Ada Deer, Velma Hamilton, some of these activists for some of these communities in the past.
And because there are a lot of historical markers already inside the city, the county is also interested in hearing from people countywide. You can find the survey at danecounty.gov. New numbers are showing another record-breaking year for Wisconsin's tourism industry. Governor Tony Evers announcing today the industry generated $25 billion in total revenue last year. According to the governor, all 72 counties saw economic growth. The 2023-25 budget invested about $34 million to establish Wisconsin as a premier business, cultural, and recreational destination. Last year, Travel Wisconsin ran advertising campaigns in 12 Midwestern markets, resulting in 113 million visits. Summertime means people are on the move, and that includes moving to new homes and apartments, but sometimes people leave things behind. Our Merrill Hubbard spoke with Madison city officials to find the best process for getting rid of your furniture instead of just dumping it by the curb. Meryl?
Yeah, Eric, as you can see here, there's tons of furniture left out on the streets. It almost looks like an abandoned IKEA. But really, this is just a reminder that there is a process behind picking these items up. And I'm going to give you a special look at an artist that adds his own twist to this process.
It's unsightly, it's unclean, it can be unsafe.
So it's kind of an eyesore. I think it could be removed quicker. I don't really know what the process is.
The pickup process starts by submitting a work order form online through the city of Madison. Here you can schedule a pickup time before leaving your stuff by the street.
Sometimes people leave things. It's not always a couch that gets left. It can be metals. It can have sharp edges. So, let's get the work order in so we can come get it as quickly as possible.
Most of the city's collections go to the landfills, but I found one person that gives this trash a creative send-off.
I paint them, it's an experience, and then I let them go. And I know, in my mind, it's I know they're going to the dump or going to wherever they're going, and I'm okay with that, I made peace of that.
An artist by the name Triangulador started painting street furniture in 2018.
The factor of, it has to be perfect goes out the window, because it's going to go to the trash.
While these masterpieces are no eyesore, most items will stay as junk on the street.
Sometimes people leave out things that are good quality, but usually cushions are missing and they're dirty and they've been rained on, so most of it's trash by the time someone would find it anyway.
It's important to let the city know about your unwanted items so we can keep Madison clean.
What's this for? Oh.
If items are left outside without notice, you can be fined by the city. I'm Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
All right, Meryl, thank you. We know those scenes all too well. Warmer temperatures starting tomorrow. Maybe some storms mixed in. Alex, any concern here?
Yeah, there is a concern for a cluster of thunderstorms to move into southern Wisconsin and southwestern Wisconsin. We're going to break that down. Some of those storms could have some strong gusty winds and heavy rain. Nothing on radar 3000 as we speak right now. Last night, I was saying a cold front's going to be moving into southern Wisconsin, and that line of thunderstorms likely is going to fizzle. We just didn't get quite the ingredients for it today. Plus, we had those clouds and showers that cuts down on the heating you need for showers and thunderstorms. Future track showing just a couple of little green blips over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. So tonight, I'm thinking is going to be overall quiet and nice. Temperatures out there in the low to mid 70s right now. We'll be at about 70 at 8 o'clock and at 10 o'clock, just before you join us for our 10 o'clock newscast, temperatures in the upper 60s. And again, that chance of thunderstorms is pretty small this evening, so maybe just leave the windows open for a nice mild night tonight. Then we're tracking alert day conditions for later Wednesday carrying on into Thursday, and Wednesday may impact Thursday. I'll explain everything here. So what are we looking at? We're looking for what's called an MCS. What's an MCS? It's a mesoscale convective system. Mesoscale meaning smaller scale. It's not as, this system is not as large as those big low pressures and cold fronts and warm fronts that we sometimes call mid-latitude cyclones. Convective meaning storms, and system meaning it can sometimes take on some mini low pressure characteristics. So an MCS, well, where do they form and how do they form? They usually start as a couple of thunderstorms, and then over the course of a couple of hours, their updrafts get together and they form a cluster. Not uncommon for them to ride over what's called a ridge or a heat bubble, which is building over the southwestern portion or the southwest half or so of the United States. Their main threats are usually strong winds and heavy rains, and these are those storms that often come in the evening and sometimes late at night, knocking on the door pretty loudly at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Weather track showing what's called a ridge, or at least a relatively flat ridge over portions of the Great Plains, and we're watching off towards the north and the west over portions of Montana and Wyoming that this area of thunderstorms will start to get together and then roll to the east and southeast, right up and over that ridge. And again, this is not uncommon to occur throughout the summertime, so get used to this term called an MCS. Future track model showing that cluster of thunderstorms Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It could end up hugging areas more towards the Mississippi River, so we're going to be keeping an eye on the path of this cluster of thunderstorms. We could see what's called some back building, some additional thunderstorms building into the areas we head towards 9, 10 o'clock, with yet another cluster of storms coming, really focusing on southwestern Wisconsin and areas north and west of Madison for the better chances for this area of thunderstorms. These thunderstorms can also often leave clouds and take some of the energy away from the atmosphere. And the cold front on Thursday may, as I mentioned yesterday, move right through as well. So the combination of the thunderstorms Wednesday evening and the cold front on Thursday, maybe not coming through at that prime time, we may end up reducing the severe weather threat for Thursday and perhaps will eliminate the alert day conditions. On Wednesday, areas north and west of Madison stand that better chance right now for those thunderstorms, and the risk, as I mentioned here, is wind and hail with a cluster of thunderstorms like this, again called an MCS. We could be looking at some heavy rainfall as well, depending on where that cluster sets up. Once we get through Wednesday and that potential again for some redevelopment of thunderstorms on Thursday, we're quiet Friday going into Saturday. But starting Father's Day, clear through next week, a warm, humid weather pattern and on and off storm chances. We could be looking at additional alert days next week.
And coming up in sports, Johnson Creek back at state for the first time in 6 years. How the Blue Jays did in Appleton is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop. There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
I'm gonna take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young. Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
We are local install crews, local project managers. So when you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here.
It doesn't cost you anything to find out if solar panels are right for you. Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy. Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call at 608-780-2347.
For the first time since 2018, Johnson Creek is back in the state baseball tournament. Then they arrived at Fox City Stadium on a roll. The Blue Jays outscored their opponents 48-6 in the playoffs. Up first for Johnson Creek, the Solon Springs Northwood Co-op in the D4 semifinals. And the Green Eagles jumped out of the gates. Abram Alberg gonna rope one down the third baseline all the way to the wall, part of a 2-run first inning. And Alberg was just as good on the mound. He was dialed in, striking out 9 Blue Jays, and he didn't allow a run. Johnson Creek falls in the semis, 7-0 the final.
I just told these kids, we lose 5 seniors, and they are great kids, and I just told them that they didn't not only change our program, they changed our school and the culture of our school and our community, and we're really proud of them. So that was a tough loss. We didn't play our best, but give credit to them.
Remember how cool this was 11 years ago, the Camp Randall Classic, when the men's and women's hockey teams each played a hockey game in Camp Randall? Well, it appears outside hockey and the Badgers could happen again in January. The State Journal is reporting that Wisconsin is one of the programs that could play a game on Wrigley Field after it hosts the NHL Winter Classic. The Big Ten would play 3 men's games and a women's game between UW and Ohio State. And staying on the ice, Britta Curran was selected in last night's PWHL draft, 9th overall by Minnesota. The 2-time captain turns pro after helping Wisconsin win 144 games, reach 4 national finals, and win 3 national championships in 5 seasons. She scored 86 goals and tallied 93 assists as a Badger. Pretty good resume for her.
Zach, thank you. And maybe, a spotted shower tonight, but not anything really to worry about. Tomorrow, you're keeping more of an eye on things.
Yeah, that is spot on. Yes, well, tomorrow is probably more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. Tonight, like you said, Eric, just an outside chance of a storm. We'll be keeping a close tab on those storms tomorrow night and Thursday. Gusty winds and hail would be the main threats. And after this threat of thunderstorms, we eye up Father's Day weekend going out into next week. Not all day washouts, though.
All right, Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.